Hey guys! Welcome to my vlog. This is MJ Damit TV. In this video mga kaibigan, pag-uusapan natin what are other jobs that teachers can do when they opt not to teach. My friends, I believe that there are two struggling points of a teacher. Yung tinatawag kong pre-college and post-college struggles. In other words, before college and after college struggles. Before college mga kaibigan, sigurado marami ang kumuha ng kursong education because of financial reasons. Walang ibang makuha ang kurso. Ito yung kursong gusto ng mga magulang. Ito yung kursong afford. After college struggle naman tayo mga kaibigan. I am going to share to you my own experience. When I finished college, bigla-bigla akong naisip ito. Am I going to teach immediately? Parang natakot ako sa idea na yon. And eventually, I ventured into other things. And other than that, mga kaibigan, kami ding nagtapos ng kursong education na napapaisip kung ito na ba talaga yung gusto nilang gawin. But in this video, mga kaibigan, pag-uusapan natin ay babahagi ko sa inyo, mga kaibigan, kung ano-ano nga ba yung personal kong nagawang mga trabaho nung magtapos ako sa kursong education sa kolehiyo. Mga kaibigan, marami akong sinubukan, marami akong ginawa para lang hindi makapagturo agad-agad. Kasi sabi ko nga, takot ako na kapag nagturo ako agad ay habang buhay na ako makukulong sa loob ng paaralan. Okay? What are other jobs that teachers can do when they opt not to teach? Job number 1, I did direct selling. Kung hindi man direct selling, pwede rin makisali sa mga networking businesses. Saan ba naman natin ilalagay yung palagiang pagre-reporting sa loob ng classroom, demonstration, and practice teaching? Every education graduate must have developed an effective communication skill. And I don't have any bad thing to say with the direct selling and networking jobs I have tried immediately after college. Sa totoo lang mga kaibigan, actually, sinubukan ko na itong mga bagay-bagay na to habang nag-aaral pa lang ako sa college. Eventually, I just continued doing it. 5 years after graduating college, ginagawa ko pa rin sila. Ayan, baka naman gusto mo kong bilhan. Comment down below! What are other jobs that teachers can do when they opt not to teach? Alright, job number 2. A teacher graduate or an education graduate may also opt to do tutorials. Pwede tayong maging tutor. I personally did that, mga kaibigan. I have a private tutorial. At the same time, meron din akong tutorial na employed ako doon. I tried doing tutorials for preschoolers and for elementary graders and even high school. At ito pa guys, ito yung malupit. I majored English in college, but the hardest part of being a tutor, based on my own experience mga kaibigan, is when my employer had these two sons enrolled somewhere in Manila, but they are based in Cagayan de Oro. Meaning to say, they are enrolled through homeschooling. And my goodness guys, ako yung pinapa-tutor sa anak niya. Tapos mga third year or second year high school and third year high school sila during that time. And that was really challenging because I was not doing tutorials for English or language subjects. I was actually doing mathematics, geometry, and all. So parang nahirapan talaga ako doon. Buti na lang talaga may dumating na math tutor eventually. So yun nga, maganda kasi sa tutorial. Especially if you will opt to take the private tutorial, you can work with a flexible schedule. So you can choose your own time, you can actually schedule your own time. That's another job that I can suggest for teacher graduates in terms of what are other jobs that you may do once you opt not to teach after graduating college. Nga lang mga kaibigan, kapag nag-private tutorial tayo, kailangan talaga nating mag-market kasi it's up to you how to look for clients. Ikaw yung maghahanap ng mga sarili mong clients. So it's the challenging part. But you really have to capitalize on your friends, capitalize on the people that you know. What are other jobs that teachers can do when they opt not to teach? A third job mga kaibigan that you may also choose to do when you finished college. Just like me before, I did hosting. Okay, nag-host ako mga kaibigan sa mga birthdays, sa mga kasal, christening, binyag ng mga bata. Ang hindi ko na lang, ay nakapag-host na rin ako sa patay eh. So imagine that. I also tried hosting pageants. So just like what I said earlier, one good thing about education graduates, they are expected to really do well when it comes to communication. And yung hosting lang naman, you just have to be appropriate to the event where you are hosting. So if it's kind of solemn, you speak solemnly. If it's pageant, you just have to be a little thrilling. Ganon. And of course, magaling na tayo doon. I personally did these jobs. What are other jobs that teachers can do when they opt not to teach? Fourth job naman tayo. When I finished college, I also tried doing freelance lecturing. So I have tried doing lectures for civil service examinations and for licensure examination for teachers. Because of that job, I was able to travel. The only thing is, kailangan talaga natin na mayroon tayong mga network of people na nangangailangan ng serbisyo natin. That was just a recommendation from a friend. I did not expect that that is going to be something long term. So eventually, when I did my first review in that review center, they took me again for more and more lectures until such time na hindi na lang ako sa Cagayan de Oro gumagawa ng lectures. I have also traveled to Butuan City, Bislig City, Agusan, across Mindanao talaga mga kaibigan. So nagawa ko rin yung lecture. I conducted lectures for English, national education, and principles of teaching, subjects related to that. Wag lang kasi yung math. Ewan ko lang talaga kung hindi pa ako naging tutor, hindi ko pa masusubukan yung magturo ng ng mathematics, geometry, and trigonometry. So, anyway, that was really fun. I think that's spice of life. What are other jobs that teachers can do when they opt not to teach? Fifth job naman mga kaibigan. Ito yung ito yung ginawa ko habang nagre-review ako. Basically, I wasn't able to focus on my review because I was already doing this. Okay? And this job is radio DJ. Ayan. Naalala ko dati yung aking spiel bilang radio DJ is this. Sa mga Bisaya, kayo lang yung makakaintindi nito. Barangay 100.7, tugstugan o galingawan, kauban ang mga taga-barangay, tigdapuluan, ninduta. That used to be my opening spiel when I had my short stint as radio DJ. Eventually, I left the job. Ang importante lang kasi sa isang teacher graduate, sa isang education graduate, is alam niya yung kanyang skill, alam niya yung kanyang potential. And should all be chasing or pursuing what we think is due for us. Diba? So, ganoon lang naman mga kaibigan. So, nag-send ako ng application hanggang sa nag-train ako for more than a month. I went on air being a DJ. I co-hosted a program, former campus radio, Cagayan de Oro, and eventually they changed their name. And I was there. The name was already Barangay 100.7 and they are now called Barangay FM. So, that is Radio GMA, the radio station of GMA Cagayan de Oro. But I think the job was really not for me because I was meant for another thing. So yun nga, naging radio DJ ako. So for a short time, I was able to do the job, and my family were actually were my number one fan, being a radio DJ. So, just like what I told you earlier, I think the job was really not for me because I was meant for another thing. And this another thing is, what are other jobs that teachers can do when they opt not to teach? A TV news reporter. Totoo yan mga kaibigan. I did not finish a mass communication degree. I finished Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English, but I was able to get a TV news reporter job. I started working as a TV news reporter way back 2014. I finished college April 2014, and by August, nagsimula na ako bilang news reporter. So basically mga kaibigan, lecturer ako before August, naging lecturer. Pero actually, pinagpapatuloy ko pa rin siya until now, okay? Tapos ginawa ko rin, naging DJ din ako before August 2014, and yun nga, by August 2014, nasubukan ko na nga maging TV news reporter.
Mga pagdagsa sa atong mga kapuso, nga padulong sila tagsa-tagsa ka mga destinasyon, dinhi sa
Basically guys, after graduating college, as an education graduate, I was able to do jobs such as radio DJ and of course TV news reporter. And then, yun nga, these are jobs related to media. Okay? So yun mga kaibigan, those are the jobs that I personally tried, okay, after graduating college and after earning my education degree in college. And if I was able to do this myself mga kaibigan, siguradong sigurado ako na mas lalo ninyong kayang-kaya ito mga kaibigan. Ayan ha, so mga nabanggit ko mga kaibigan, meron po tayong mga trabaho dyan na pwede natin gawin pa rin kahit na nagpo-full-time teaching na tayo. So ilan doon yung pagbibenta, pag-tutor, kaya pa rin naman yung mga bagay-bagay na yun. Just as long as we do it, especially once we are in the Department of Education, we have to do it legally. Okay, so dapat legally para and hindi sila dapat nakakahinder, nakaka-istorbo sa ating full-time job being in the Department of Education. So, guys, these are the jobs that I personally tried doing after graduating college and after earning my education degree. Ayan. Maraming salamat po sa panonood ng video ito. Ayan ha, so wag yung ismulin yung degree ninyo bilang education graduate kasi kami pa tayong pwedeng gawin maliban sa pagtuturo. Ano yung maganda doon? Just as long as we remain faithful to God, na alam niyo yun, nothing is impossible with Him. Sa lahat ng plano natin, kasama natin yung Panginoon. Kasi doon tayo binibiyayaan ng Panginoon. Walang imposible po sa isang education graduate. Maraming salamat. Hanggang sa susunod po nating video. God bless everyone. What are other jobs that teachers can do when they opt not to teach? Pero mga kaibigan, meron pa ako na-discover when I became a teacher already. Especially when I was assigned to be the journalism coordinator of my school. I discovered my skill, I discovered my talent as my skill, or not really a skill or talent, maybe potential lang muna.